Hey everyone, and welcome to the 101st.
Whoa!
I might have to stop doing the numbers because they're going to get too hard to start reading.
Welcome to the 1243rd.
We understand.
101.
Episode.
Welcome to the podcast episode 101. We made it past 100 episodes. Today, we are talking about scary things like Wendigo, possibly creepypastas, ghosts, Bigfoot, demons. It's going to be scary just to go along with the Halloween spirit. So, what a fancy, fun, little freaky night of horror. Today, I am here with Nick.
Woo!
And Shane.
I'm already spooked.
Yes. You can check us out on iTunes. iTunes. I haven't done this part of the intro. I kind of dropped this part. But you can check us out on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, everywhere the podcasts are available. We are there. Drop it? Even YouTube. I don't know. I just stopped doing it because I wanted to get straight into
I noticed.
episodes.
I just didn't say anything.
Well, I'm always like trying things, being like, is it better if I just jump into it? So, gentlemen, welcome to the podcast.
Hola.
To start out, I wanted to ask you guys how you felt about superstition. Are you superstitious? Are you a little stitious?
I just remember for me walking under ladders on Friday the 13th and nothing ever happened to me. So that killed my superstition when I was younger.
Well, how do you know something didn't happen to you? You just don't know how it happened to you.
I know it's
true. Like, and look where you ended up. See, if you had to walk under the damn ladder.
I'm sure bad stuff has happened to you in life. You don't know.
It's funny. Ruji and I had a joke like that where I guess there's this. Haven't you noticed that all the superstitions all revolve around children not doing things that parents don't want them to do? Like, don't break that mirror because no parent wants to have a broken mirror. Don't walk under that ladder because something's going to fall on you. Or like, don't put your shoes on the table because you get dirt on the table. And don't open an umbrella inside. Like, all the superstition has to do with things parents don't want kids to do. And I wonder if that's where a lot of it started.
Walking under a ladder is dangerous, so.
Yeah,
it's true.
If you're lame. So,
R.I.P.
Ruji and I had this joke because I opened an umbrella inside once. And she's like, oh no, you're not supposed to do that. And so then she's like, now we're going to, that's bad luck. Like, things are going to happen now. And the problem is, then every single thing that went wrong that day, I was like, damn it, I should have opened up that umbrella.
It's true.
It like starts to rain. Damn it. It starts, we get into a crash. Damn it. Or it's like the TV show gets canceled. It's because of stupid umbrella. You know?
That would suck if you like had a car crash.
I know. Well, I was just thinking it was funny. It's like I open the umbrella and it's like, oh, it's raining. Damn it. I shouldn't have opened. Oh, wait.
I have an umbrella.
Okay, that's not so bad. Whew. So, are you guys superstitious about anything at all?
I've played with Ouija boards before, and it kind of freaked me out.
Oof.
So that's pretty much.
I don't know, man.
I did a couple of those back in my day, you know.
Oh, guys, I just remembered I didn't plug in my router. Let me pause really quick because it's going to lag. Let's just pause for 1 second. Don't stop anything. Yeah, I'm going to lag. Hold on 1 second. I completely forgot. I got to run this wire across my house. Because I have to plug it into the router and it's not in my room. Goodbye, I'm leaving the room. Hold on.
Never gonna be
I might
over.
leave this in the podcast because it's kind of funny.
Might as well. Hey, let's talk about something else, Shane. Let's go off topic.
Let's talk about
we have plugged in routers, so
let's talk about how we started this podcast 15 minutes late and Luke still didn't go and do this.
Yeah, wait. I literally came 15 minutes late because of the freaking snow, and
Luke was sitting there the whole time. Luke was sitting there the whole time.
What the heck, Luke?
And he could have went and done this, but he waits until the podcast is recording to do it. Wow.
Okay. Are we good?
This is how he starts the next 100 episodes. A complete mess.
This is our new intro.
I got it. I fixed it. I fixed the problem. I won't lag anymore. I realized like I felt it lagging. I felt the energy like getting confused. Okay, so superstition. We talked about opening umbrellas. What was I saying before I realized what was going on?
We were just talking about Ouija boards.
You were, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't mess with those, man.
Why?
I feel like that's how you let Satan into your life.
Oh, yeah, I was saying,
That's the fun part.
No, well,
Welcome to my life, Satan. This is so fun.
Satan,
so
baby.
Nick, have you used like an actual Ouija board or like a handmade one?
I don't know what that means.
One. Okay, like me, I've done like 2 Ouija boards in my day when I was young and
You guys are
naive.
insane.
Shane's really
No.
You guys are insane.
No.
Shane's
Let me
actually
tell
a
you,
demon.
it's not even like that. It was literally one was like in middle school, I think, on a piece of paper, like someone drew in pen, and then the other one.
That doesn't count.
Yeah,
I know. I haven't
You
done
know
like an
why?
actual
'Cause you
Ouija board
didn't buy
because
it
the
at
whole
the
thing is
store.
stupid. Because it's stupid and it's dumb, and you know someone's pushing the thing with their fingers. Stop playing games.
I was like in the moment and like.
How old were you?
And even if it's
12.
not
How old were you, Shane?
I was 12.
middle school, whatever age.
Yeah.
I'm not
And
sure.
then you said you did it twice, though.
Yeah, I think one was in middle school and one was like in high school.
I don't know, guys. That stuff freaks me out. I don't like messing with that stuff.
Well-
I have never used one.
Luke, as long as you have a Bible right next to you, just to throw at the demon.
I don't know.
before
I
it possesses you.
I
little
just,
cross.
I mean, whatever. Like, don't do it. But like, I don't think it's like that deep.
Have you guys done Bloody Mary 3 times?
I've never done like a serious one where you sit around with candles and
I
like
don't know,
you,
man. I
in
don't
the
mess
dark
with-
and you hum and you say chants and stuff. I've never done all
It's
that.
fun.
I don't
Luke.
even. I don't mess with spirit stuff. I don't
did
like
live
that stuff.
Oh no, trust me.
I was
lived
taught
with
growing up
lame.
like that's how you let Satan into your life, and so
It
it's
is.
just I'm just like I'll take my chances. I don't want to screw with that. I don't even want to know.
A lot of
my roommate in
Go
New
ahead,
York
Shane.
was a Wiccan and he did all that stuff
What?
like every
Really?
day. And I had to, yes, he had a whole altar and stuff in our room and the
Oh
whole
my
9
God.
years. And I had to like pray over the room like every single day because I'm like, yo, I'm not messing
you
with
bring
your demon
holy
stuff,
water
man.
into the room, and the glass that's
like, it was
inside
just-
just blows up.
Like we were very respectful of each other because he really didn't like bother me and he was like respectful that I didn't have the same views, so we got along pretty well. But it was just like
until he was
I don't know,
floating.
when he would invite his friends over and he was like, yeah, this is our special holiday, we're gonna like try to summon something. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go out and hang out with my friend.
Whoa.
Yeah, and he
What?
was burying
Yeah.
things in the ground.
Yeah,
And
that's a
the
nope.
worst, the one time though that really got me when we were like, I was like sleeping or it was like nighttime and he was talking. I thought he was talking to me. And so I would respond and then
Yeah.
he said something back and then like I responded and then I looked over and I saw like he was sleeping. I said, oh, he's talking in his sleep. And so when he woke up the next morning, I said, hey, you were talking in your sleep. I thought we were having a conversation. He said, oh, that means it's working. I'm like, what's working? I'm like, what's
What?
working?
Oh shoot!
Whoa. What?
Yeah, so
So he's
I
a
don't know.
demon.
That's scary.
You ever seen Paranormal Activity? That was your friend.
I love
Yeah.
I love the Paranormal Activity movie. Well, the first few. But,
Here's the thing. I think I've said this on the podcast before. Paranormal Activity 1 was like not that scary until the very end. Then it was kind of scary at the end. Paranormal Activity 2,
2 and
I
3.
don't even remember.
R.I.P.
But Paranormal Activity 3 freaked me out.
That's
Yeah.
one of
I
the two
watched
kids,
that
right?
one. I watched it by myself.
Oh.
I started like stretched out on the couch, like whatever, demons. I'm not even afraid.
No
Oh,
sir.
But by the time, if you could watch a time lapse of me watching that movie, I started just like flat out like I was making a snow angel just on the couch. By the by the time I got to the end of the movie, I was like curled up in a ball.
Jeez.
And dude, that movie was scary.
I can't believe you watched that alone. You're crazy, dude.
I've watched a couple horror movies
Well,
alone, actually.
I don't think. Yeah,
That
I've
was
watched.
scary.
I think I watched maybe a couple, or maybe one or two. But the Paranormal 3, that was the one with the two girls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
the best
and
one.
the fan,
The
and
best
the fan
one, hands
camera.
down.
That was
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
best one,
And
hands
she's
down.
like getting married to the demon. Oof.
That was really that was the best one, and I don't think
Yeah,
they'll make a
best one,
better one
hands
than
down.
I don't think I saw
No,
any ones
they
after
fell
that.
off when they did a one about Mexicans not being racist, but the one they did about Mexicans, they fell off.
that. Shane doesn't like Mexican movies, apparently.
That's not true.
Okay, so
Headline.
you guys like don't
True.
believe it, but you
So,
screwed
yeah, I
around
don't-
with it.
No, Luke, I don't
You
screw
sort of-
around with it.
Well, sort of. Your roommate was. You had been exposed to it. I don't think I've never been exposed to it like that.
I've been around, I mean, whatever. I have never felt any way or any type of energy or anything. I do believe like in demons and stuff, but I've never felt that when I've been around that type of activity.
Like you're like, I feel evil.
Not like I feel evil, but like, you know, you can feel like a shift in energy, and you can feel like a shift in the room. Or
yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't like this.
I totally feel that.
Luke. I mean, I'm saying you don't feel like when something changes when you're just in your everyday life. Mm-hmm. You don't notice when the mood changes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, you know, when something like changes, but like I never felt that type of way when, you know, he's humming his chants.
Oh, I see what you're
lighting
saying.
his candles and using his voodoo dolls and yeah.
Do you guys think about like? Do you guys believe in ghosts or anything?
I don't know about ghosts.
For me. Yeah, it's hard for me to like. I don't know. I've definitely. So let me tell a story. So
this is the story.
Yeah, but I actually just changed my story because this is more relevant.
What?
To what we're talking about. So this is about my mom. My mom claimed to see a guy, a naked man, across the street from our house when I was younger, and she said
how
she
old?
would. I would. Excuse me. I think I was like 9 at the time, and then, it was like 1999, 2000, around then. So no smartphones, dial-up internet. So my mom claims to have seen this naked man across the street, who walked across the street. And she believed so much that she saw him multiple times. And she believed so much she saw this guy that she called the cops. And the cops could not find this person. They were like, "What are you talking about? There's no man here." And it's like,
she claimed to see it.
She saw bright, pale man who she said looked like a ghost. But she's like, it's a real person. But he was like pale. And he looked unhealthy, and he was walking naked around the street. Like,
so you never saw him?
No, I never saw him because my mom didn't want me to be apparently exposed to that.
That's true. Your mom is like, "There's a naked man, son. Come look."
No, but it's even worse. Like, Nick, there's a naked man. I don't want you to see him though, but he's there.
And my dad apparently could not see this guy either. Like, she's like, "Jose, come here!" And then he would come over and be like, "Ivy, there's no one." So we weren't sure if like she was just seeing something like a quote unquote spirit at the time, because you know we're pretty religious back then, and so that was what we like labeled it as. But my mom's a pretty down to earth person. She's not like crazy, especially during that time, like 1999.
Everyone was crazy working. In 1999, Nick.
Well,
it was
my parents were both working.
We're about to go into 2000. Everyone was crazy.
She wasn't senile. That's my point.
Right.
But yeah, she really stands by that story. And I'm
so
just
she like still remembers it and she still tells it.
And she's like, yeah, it's a ghost.
Yeah. What if she comes out one Christmas?
So your mom really believes it was a ghost?
She believes it was a person or a ghost, one or the other.
Well, you said that your dad couldn't see him.
Yes.
So
it would have to be a ghost. It couldn't have been a person.
Right, exactly. Which is why we're like, maybe it's a spirit that my mom can see. I don't know.
And he was just walking around, that's it?
And he was naked, yeah, walking around the street.
That's probably how he died.
What state was this in?
This was in Virginia.
Was it cold out? Or was it like warm out? Do you remember?
I think it was like in the fall. So
for some reason, because you said you ran off to go help someone push a car in the snow, for some reason I'm picturing it in the snow. But I guess it probably wasn't.
Yeah, it's probably pretty cold. I mean, poor guy, if he really was naked.
I'm just imagining.
My mom said she never saw him again after the cops came, so it happened 3 times.
I mean, yeah, if I got the cops calling me too, I would be like, you know what, bye.
The ghost is like, screw this.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
this
out.
Sucks. So
just hanging out, people calling the cops on me.
Other than that, I've never really had any like encounter with anything, like a spirit. I've had crazy dreams, and I've done drugs, but that's pretty much it.
You're like, I've seen
done drugs.
I've seen
that's about it.
All right.
I've seen a lot of other things.
But for real, no, I've never really had an encounter like that. But that my mom did, and there was stories in my neighborhood. Like one house that my aunt lived in used to be where someone got murdered, and they claimed to see ghosts all the time, to the point where stuff was falling off the walls.
That stuff is
Yeah,
so
I would
creepy.
never,
So, I
whether I
don't
believe in it fully or not, I would never. If I knew someone died in a home, I would not live there. I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it was.
I've seen
cheap,
too many
it was a cheap
movies.
buy for sure, but it was like one of those things where it was like a dark presence,
Yeah.
and they would
If you
like.
can hear this noise, it's
That's
because I'm
actually
putting
one
my
of-
stand-up desk down.
Oh, that's actually one of my questions
It's
for like when
I am not in a dentist chair. I'm putting the desk.
you flexing, flexing your standing desk.
That's actually one of my questions whenever I go to buy a house. I'm gonna be like, so who's died here, and has there been any,
Yeah,
talks
like, they
about
won't tell you
demons?
this.
Why is this such a good
I'm still gonna
place?
ask the question, and based on their reaction, how they answer, I'll know. They don't have to tell me.
Well, so what do you guys think about stuff like Bigfoot or Loch Ness Monster or whatever other ones are out there? There's Bigfoot.
I think they're
Loch Ness
great
Monster.
stories.
Some
And they're
cool
very
photos.
entertaining.
Hold up. There's two. Those are two. I can't remember the other ones.
Wendigo,
Wendigo.
La
Yep.
Chupacabra,
La
What?
cucaracha.
the Chupacabra,
What's that one?
Or la
What's that one?
the Chupacabra.
You don't know that? That's like
I
classic.
don't know what that is.
Oh, you're not Spanish. That's right. You're not cultured. It's just like a
What is
Spanish.
it?
The
It's like
Spanish thing.
It's just like a creature
I don't know.
that like attacks goats.
People's
Yes.
ghosts were dying.
Oh, the abominable snowman. That's another one.
Oh, like
Abominable
That's
snowman.
Isn't that Bigfoot? Are they the same thing?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, the Sasquatch, and then the Yeti. Those are the abominable snowman and Bigfoot. I feel like there's other ones, but I can't think of one. But yeah, the one I wanted to talk about was the Wendigo. But do you guys believe in those at all? Like Bigfoot? Do you think there's any chance that he's actually real?
I
No.
think they're great stories and they're great characters and they're great entertainment. And I think that's why they exist.
Joe Rogan has a joke about Bigfoot when he went to go find him. He said,
Oh, really?
yeah, he said, one thing you find when searching for Bigfoot, or one thing you'll never find when you're searching for Bigfoot, is black people. Because everyone searching for Bigfoot is an old, white,
Exactly.
fat guy who
100%.
is very uneducated.
I don't know why. Yeah, why do people obsess over finding these things? Like, why do we care so much? Whether it's
Probably the
aliens or
photos.
Bigfoot,
I don't know.
Loch Ness monsters.
yeah.
Like, the people obsess over finding them. And they're like I knew a guy, or didn't know him, but I met a guy that was so into trying to find Bigfoot. And he was like, listen to this recording. We actually got a recording of him. Here's my
my gosh.
website. And I'm listening to it, and it doesn't sound like anything. He's like, if you listen closely, these sounds are him breathing.
It's like Chewbacca
Like,
in the
what?
distance. Wait
Yeah,
a
well,
second. That's
yeah.
Chewbacca.
It sounded like wind. You
That's
know,
so
it's just
dumb.
like this distant noise. And, I'm like, what is this?
Like, have you seen any of those ghost adventure shows? That's kind of like how I
those are
view them.
so edited, though. I
Yeah,
hate
that's
TV.
what I'm saying. Like
I
Zach
hate it.
Baggins, if you guys know him, he's a ghost hunter. He has like a whole thing, like a museum in Vegas, dedicated to his ghost adventures, and it's so lame. And he's so dramatic. That's why
Yeah,
he's
but
a
you're
meme.
like, okay,
he's a meme now.
so you have, out of the four of us, none of us have seen a ghost or anything like that. We just have someone we know who claims to have maybe seen a ghost. And then you got guys like this guy who has, I've seen a ghost like 40 times. I've seen all of these different ghosts. I have all of these stories. And you're like, how do I know? What makes you so special to see all these spirits all over the place?
They're mediums.
Or not special?
I don't know.
That'd suck. I think there's nothing scarier than... I can't think of a lot of things scarier than something like a spirit coming after me, because it's like, it doesn't follow any of the rules.
Yeah, it
Like,
walks,
it could just-
it walks through walls, man.
Yeah. Walks through rules. What do you guys think about like demon possession?
Yeah, I believe that's real.
Yeah, there's some exorcisms
And-
out there that you can witness, and I'm.
Well, yeah,
It's-
because
it's-
demons are real.
What do you mean, like videos?
Yeah, it's weird, man. Like
Ooh.
I don't know. It just
Yeah,
makes me
that was
super
one of the things in the
uncomfortable.
museum. Yeah.
I just don't know if it's like, okay, is this an exorcism or is this person just got something wrong with their brain?
I've heard stories, man. Like people I know who
Oh.
I trust
That
who have
that-
had like exorcisms performed on them.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What did they say?
Well, they don't remember it. She says
What?
So
Man.
Luke, why?
That's no fun.
I can tell the story. Do you want me to tell the story?
Yes.
Sorry that the demon is being exorcised
No,
from them.
I'm
you
disappointed
can't
that it's
remember.
like, oh, I've had an exorcism done to me. Do you remember it? No. Well, how do you know? How do you know that it was real then? Like, well, okay, what's the story? What's the story?
Well, we don't know. So we don't know what happened. But my friend, his wife, came back from a party. We don't know if maybe she got drugged, maybe she drank too much, maybe she was possessed by a demon. We're not really sure, but she wasn't. But on the way home, she wasn't herself at all. And my friend, I almost said his name. My friend, my friend, he was like freaking out because she was being so mean to him and saying nasty things about him. Like, just ranking on all his insecurities, just like all
Do I know
this
this
stuff.
person?
I can't tell you that. So
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to guess who it is.
no.
Sorry.
It's I don't think you know him, but he gets back home, and apparently his wife just starts rolling on the floor, like rolling around in a 360 circle. Like, her head is in the center, and she is like moving her feet and just going in a circle over and over again. And he's like, "Are you okay? Like, are you getting dizzy?" And then she just stops. Sits up and looks at him, and starts laughing. And he freaks out and calls his pastor and says, "You got to get over here right now. Something's wrong. Like, something is wrong with my wife." And like this is, and these are people that are close to me. These are people that I trust. They are sane. They're successful. They're good people with kids. They performed an exorcism.
They
on
are
her.
good people with kids.
What? How did they know?
Yeah.
I mean, did it just go away after the exorcism?
Well, like the pastor came over and like started speaking to her, and literally she was like, they were like praying over her, and literally she was like, her name. She was like, "So and so is not here. It's me now."
What?
And they were just like, "What?"
Yikes!
And then they just started
I
praying
was
over her,
not
and she just
expecting this story on this podcast.
And she just kept laughing and laughing and laughing until finally, when they were done praying, she just like was sitting there on the couch and eventually just kind of passed out. And then she woke up and was like, "Hey, everything okay?" Like, everything was normal that night.
That is horrifying. So you do believe in it a little
I don't
bit.
know, dude. I don't. Again, did she get
You
drugged?
trust these
Demons
people,
are real,
you know?
Nick. You believe in it.
Did she get drugged? Did she? I don't know, man. But
It might have been a combination of all three. Who knows?
I'm not
But she was
superstitious,
possessed.
but I'm a little.
I'm a little
stitious.
stitious.
I'm a little stitious.
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't that freaky though? Like, I don't know how to.
Well, the fact that you're vouching
reconcile
for them.
that.
It's one thing when it's like, well, this movie is based off a true story, and it's like, yeah, but who are these people?
Whose true
And it's
story?
like,
You know?
you hear stories like that, and you think to yourself, like, something's going on, right?
Well, I saw that movie.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. I don't think people would lie about that.
Oh no, they definitely would. I'm not saying they're all lying, but
Yeah, in some
I mean, people
cases,
do
yeah.
because they're crazy. But what I'm saying, a sane person
There's no reason
would
to.
not lie about that.
well,
Like,
YouTube
Yeah.
completely changed my perspective on what people will do. Because it's like they do so many crazy things. They'll make up prank videos. They'll make up
Yeah, but everyone's
stories.
not a YouTube
They'll lie
person.
and to get famous. And so when
Some people have
I
dignity.
hear like, oh, why would anyone lie about having their child demon possessed? And I'm like, dude, there's just too many people. And there's too many people that would do whatever it
Can I
takes.
just say? Can I just say? I want to
that's
start
a good
saying.
news
But no,
story.
so
that was all I wanted to say.
sure.
Do it. Do it.
Until I said it in another podcast, I was like,
anything
I've
for
never
love.
heard of that word ever.
Yeah,
And
now
then
you
it
can't
showed
get rid
up,
of
and
it.
now I hear it all the time. Yeah. It just got, it got clout.
I'm weak.
So I saw the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose
a good one.
and was like, what? Because it claims to be all a
What?
true story or based on a true story, which that could mean a lot of things. You know, I could see like, I could take any story and then just completely change it and be like, well, I based it on a true story. Like, it was a true story and I based it on it. And then nothing's right at all, but it was based on that story.
But it was based.
But it's based on the story of, and so the reason they changed her name to Emily Rose, I think, is because she was German and her name's harder to say, but it's like Anne Liese or Anne Louise Mitchell, Michael or whatever it would be in German, right? And she just was like a really religious person, and then one day just started acting weird, had like those compulsions and stuff, and they thought it was something with her spine. But then they kept giving her medication, and then nothing was working. And eventually they were certain that it was just some sort of demon. So then these pastors got involved, or not pastors, priests got involved. Sorry. Yeah, right, not pastors. And eventually gave her this exorcism, and she just kind of like stopped eating and stopped drinking water and got all the way down to like 65 pounds and eventually just died.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah. So the priests went to trial and went to jail or prison for like 6 months or something.
Holy crap, dude.
So I don't know, but the thing is, it could just be a mental thing. It could have been something wrong with her body. Like, there's so many weird issues people have with autoimmune disorders and stuff.
It's so hard to like figure out what's real and what's not. Like, even with the story, I will always express skepticism.
Yeah, actually, I was talking to someone about this today.
I don't think it's about if it's real or not. I think it's about if you just believe it.
Trying to figure out what's true is so difficult.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that.
Like, I'm trying to figure out if juicing is good for you or not. I have no idea how to figure it out. And it's like, oh, just Google it. Dude, many people are paid to try to get people to buy these dumb machines.
But it's also different for everyone because all of our bodies are different.
It's true.
Juicing can kill someone, and juicing can make someone the greatest human being on earth. That's how it works.
Or a demon.
You can't figure it out, Luke. You just try juicing. So
you want to know how people get possessed just by juicing.
Hey, it could be. They're kind of crazy. You know?
That's the real exorcism.
Yeah. The vegans are all demon possessed.
So I want to talk about this Wendigo thing, because this is actually how the whole topic of this whole podcast got started. Was I just somehow stumbled upon this creature, not in real life, on the internet. I just found it on the internet. I didn't find it like the actual thing. So I started looking stuff up about it because I didn't know much about it, and it's like this really creepy tall creature. Sometimes it has antlers, but I guess the original one didn't have antlers. They have like long arms and long legs, and they're like these golem looking kind of creatures, right? And they eat people, and that's like, okay, cool. That's just another monster that does the same thing that all the other monsters do. They just kill people. Okay. But what's interesting is when you actually kind of look at the folklore that's around it. So it's been in a lot of modern culture in the last couple of years. It was in Stephen King's Pet Sematary, the book, and the movie, apparently. And then it was wasn't it one of your shows, Shane, you were telling me?
Teen Wolf.
Yeah, so it was in Teen Wolf. I think it was in Supernatural.
It's in Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Yep. I was gonna say that's actually where I first heard about it, was in Until Dawn, the video game. So it's in a video game. And so the like folklore behind this thing is that I guess people turn into them when they eat other people.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like a Native American folklore.
Yeah.
But this is how I got into the superstitious part of this whole discussion, because it's like this whole story is conjured up to keep people from eating other people, no matter what, right? Because that's the thing. It's like if you eat someone, you turn into a Wendigo. Yeah. So don't eat anybody. Even if you're starving to death, do not eat other people.
I mean, being a Wendigo doesn't sound that bad. Like, you got super speed, super strength. You can reach things. Like, what's the problem?
My arms get longer. My legs get longer.
I don't understand how this doesn't benefit me. Like, I would kill it on Tinder if I was 7 feet tall.
Yeah, you would literally kill it.
You would kill it on Tinder, and you'd kill everyone on Tinder. Apparently, it can't ever quench its appetite.
Yeah, so it's always killing and eating.
Yeah, because
you go insane, you're crazy. People,
it's almost like this. It's the size of a person, so then it eats a person. But when it eats a person, it grows, and so it gets too big, and the amount that it eats doesn't satisfy it.
Yeah.
And so it keeps eating and growing and eating and growing, and it's never satisfied. And like the whole idea is that you are a glutton, and you were so caught up about yourself and your appetite that you ate a person when you, like, if you thought you were going to die, and so you ate your friend or something.
It's what you deserve.
So it's like so it's like an anti-cannibalism sort of
It's
thing.
a good story. I believe it. I'm never eating a person though.
Well, apparently there's this guy. Well, actually, the interesting stuff about it is, let me pull up my notes on here that I took down.
I was never going to eat a person.
Oh, here it is.
For the record.
Yeah, so it's a Native American folklore thing, and so they are apparently in like East Canada is where a lot of the stories come from, and it has a thing called
Canada.
Canadians. Canadians and their stories.
Freaking Canadians.
Trying to keep people from eating other people. So there was this guy, and his name was Swift Runner. I don't know. I guess he was maybe Native American or something. That's why he's got such a like. What? That's his name?
Sounds like his aim.
Yeah. I guess he got in some scenario where he couldn't get any food with his family and ended up killing his family, and eating them. And so he got like, I don't know if he got executed or something. But then there was this other guy, Jack Fiddler, who claimed that the people he killed because they had Wendigo psychosis, which is like the start of becoming a Wendigo.
What?
Which is like a really convenient way to be a serial killer. You know, you're just like, oh no, they're all, everyone I killed was going to become a Wendigo, so it's fine. But he got put to death, so it didn't work.
Wait, how did he kill his... You said he got into this crazy situation. How did he kill his family?
Well, so, okay, hold on. I can look him up. I just wrote him down. I didn't write everything else.
Oh, gotcha.
So, let's look him up. Swift Runner. There's a website called murderpedia.org.
Yeah. Have you not researched serial killers before, Luke?
I've never heard of this website.
Yeah, Luke.
Number of victims 6. Date of murder 1879. Characteristics: cannibalism. He killed his wife and 5 children.
Huh.
He shot them and hit them with an axe. And it was in Canada, Alberta. And he was executed by hanging. So good. Okay. So, he lived in the last century, central Alberta. His background seemed not unusual. So he was normal. Double negatives.
No,
this website's horrible. This website isn't even HTTPS. This is a garbage website.
I think .org speaks for itself, Luke. Thank you very much.
No, the fact that this website just like on the front page, just like donate, and then actually, you know what it is?
Looks like a Wikipedia
At the very
page.
top of the website is just
A really
indexed
big
by
ad.
name, and it's all the letters of the alphabet, and that's like such an old-fashioned thing to go. So,
Jeez, man, this
I'm
guy's
reading it.
nuts. Kill people with axes, and he executed people. Jeez.
yeah, so I guess everyone was starving. And it says he became possessed by Wendigo psychosis, murdered his wife and family, and cooked and ate them. He was arrested.
So you become the Wendigo mentally, and then you just start eating people. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of information on here, actually. Just looking at
not so
from
bad now,
Serpent.
Luke, huh?
Yeah, what a great website with its non-secure connection.
Yeah, that's freaky.
Top of Google. Yeah, and these things are creepy. Like, look up pictures of them. So it's
The Wendigo.
Wendigo, and then if you go to the images, like they're really creepy looking. A lot of them have horns in these pictures.
That sounds like overkill. Like, he really doesn't need more than... Like, I love what they did with Until Dawn. They just made it look ugly
Yeah,
and really fast.
Until Dawn was one of the first things I heard about the Wendigo.
Did you ever play that game?
No, I just watched a Let's Play of it because I wanted to see the story.
It's fantastic.
It is a really good game.
Did you play it, Shane?
No, I have not. I don't even think I've even heard of that game.
Really?
Did you actually play their new game? They just came out with a new one.
Oh, yeah. It was okay.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch the whole thing of that one. I just saw part of it.
They're doing that thing where they release them like episode by episode. So
Okay.
like it's a really short story.
So a lot of the pictures of Wendigos look like deer. Like they look like deer skulls with deer antlers, people body, long arms, long legs, super bony like Gollum. and it's like their fur is like falling off, and you see like their bones and stuff.
See, here's the thing with all these like urban legends, urban myths, they always look like something else. It's just like, dude, you probably saw a really big moose or something.
That's true. And those moose,
Or a
meese,
deer.
those meese, moose and
Wait, is meese the plural for moose?
I think it's mooses.
Oh, I'm about to say
The
meese.
moose.
About to freak
It's
me
a
out,
moose.
dude.
No, but those things are huge. Moose are huge.
They are pretty huge.
Hold up.
And they look
How
like wendigos.
tall are mooses?
My friend
Yeah,
is
a moose at the hold on.
What were you saying, Shane?
I'll say my friend, she's going to Iceland. Actually, like the plane I think just took off. But I said I want a picture of moose. Like, so
I want to know how tall they are at the head. I don't know if this
I'll
is
send
measuring
you a
with their
picture when she
antlers.
sends me a picture of moose.
I think my favorite urban legend, besides the Wendigo, Bigfoot, Abominable Snowman, is definitely Slender Man. I love Slender
Oh
Man.
yeah, I forgot about Slenderman.
Slenderman scares the heck out of me.
Time out for 1 second. A moose can be like 7 feet tall at the shoulder.
Hashtag moose life.
That thing's huge. That's
The
like
Wendigo,
elephant
baby.
sized.
The Wendigo in the
How much?
moonlight.
How much do they weigh? Like, how much can they crush your tiny bones?
Oof.
Like as much as a decent sized car.
R.I.P.
That's like my
It's like
deadlift.
okay.
It's a
Yeah, they
casual
weigh about as much as I
500
can
pounds.
lift.
I'm weak.
Can I lift a moose in? Yeah, so Slenderman. Did you guys first hear about Slenderman because of the
game.
video game? Yeah.
The game gives me anxiety.
It's fun though, dude. It's so fun.
No,
I heard
but
about it from a video project a kid did on YouTube, but yeah, the game's fun.
It's the game it does give you anxiety. I remember when we played it. It was so scary the first time I played it because you didn't know what it was.
You don't know what it was. Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
knew it was after you, and that was so scary. And so when we were playing it, my brother had like a bowl of goldfish, and someone else was playing the game, and he was just watching, and it just builds so slowly with like music that we were all getting so nervous, and we didn't know what was coming after us as we were playing the game.
Yeah, that's when it gets the worst and the music
When
starts.
it finally jumped out, it was like, boom! My brother just jumped, and goldfish just flew everywhere.
Yep. Sounds about right.
If you guys are interested in Slender Man and you don't want to play the game, there's a YouTube channel called Marble Hornets, and they're the one that kind of started the Slender Man craze.
Yeah, it was
There's
super
also
popular.
a movie. I don't know if anyone saw the movie.
I never
Yeah,
saw
I-
it.
I didn't see it either.
I
but
think I heard it wasn't any good.
It's
Probably
crazy to think
not,
that
but
like
I don't know how
there was
you
this,
make a movie out of
there was
it.
a person worshiping Slender Man and then they killed someone. Like that whole thing is
Oh.
insane. Did you guys hear about that?
Well, okay, so it's children.
Yeah,
The thing about-
Two girls killed
Yeah,
another. Well, didn't kill her.
12-year-olds.
They stabbed her though.
19
And,
times.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, but
basically
so
the same thing.
the thing is though, it's like those. I don't think those girls did that because they were possessed by Slenderman. I think they're just nuts.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Slenderman was
you were
not
possessed by
Slenderman was not to
the
possess anyone. Slenderman was just chasing you,
Slender-
and then he just
Hold
ran into
on.
your face and went oogla boogla. Right then.
Yeah, we don't know how he kills you, do
Slenderman
we?
stabbed.
My
Hold on,
thing,
let me see.
my thing about Slenderman, whenever I play, I get more anxiety when I watch other people play. I don't know why. I'm more invested watching other people. But it's just the fact that this guy with no face is just, and he's very skinny and very tall. Tall and skinny is a very awkward combination for me. I don't like it. It makes me think you are Slenderman. So tall and skinny people,
I don't like his
I'm
suit
so
either.
sorry if I get uncomfortable around you. You're just creepy looking. So yeah, I don't like his suit either. But
Tall and skinny.
I have no I have no issue with the game until you find the first note and then the music starts. As soon as the music
it's
starts,
all the
I start
music.
sweating bullets.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm like,
Just
oh, it's
so
game
nervous.
on. Yeah.
It gets really intense.
What I don't understand, like I'm looking this up with these two girls. They lured their friend into the woods and then stabbed her, and they were like 12.
Why would they
Dude,
lure
it's
her
like,
into the
what-
woods? And why didn't they just
what
why not
household-
just stab
They were
her?
trying to connect the notes.
What household
Right.
were these girls growing up in that they were just nuts? You know?
Slenderman. Those are Slenderman's children.
They obviously downloaded the Slenderman DLC, dude. It's clear as
Right.
day.
They got the
wonder what this
bonus
is.
levels and they found out more.
They beat the game too many times.
One of the girls was
scary.
sentenced to 40 years in mental health facility supervision.
That
Yeah,
whole
she
thing made it like
deserves
not
to
funny
be.
anymore. It was like, oh, this is creepy
Yeah.
kind of thing. You know, it was
That's
like this became like real now all of a sudden. It, like freaking
People
out.
always got to take things too far and ruin it.
Seriously, dude. I don't know. The Slender Man thing, that urban legend is iconic now. So that's like my
This
favorite.
is so
One of
crazy.
my favorite urban legends is just like in my neighborhood is like the Chicken Man. And back when, Virginia Beach wasn't built up like the next metropolitan city that they want to be, there was a bunch of trees and forests and stuff. So there was this guy supposedly who lived in the woods, and he had like a chicken farm or a ranch or something, and he would lure kids into the woods with his chickens and then kill them, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible. That reminds me of the Bunnyman Bridge.
I believed
You
it
guys
for a
ever heard
long
of that?
time too. I never went over to that part of the neighborhood. I was like, I'm not going over there. Like, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, we had one called the Bunnyman Bridge in Virginia. That was like our urban legend.
Mm-hmm.
The Bunny Man.
Yeah,
Man Bridge.
The Chicken Man.
he would wear a
Bunny
rabbit costume.
Man.
He would wear a
Yeah,
rabbit
kids are so
costume and then
creative.
attack people with an axe or a hatchet.
Wait, that was real?
Yeah, we had Chainsaw Man too. But he was over. I knew. I saw Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man was crazy.
didn't.
Yes, I did. He came out on
What?
Halloween and would chase little kids with his chainsaw. He did it for like a couple of years, and then he finally got arrested.
There is
Yes.
actually a guy there. Okay, apparently there's is it manga?
The
Is
dude
that how you
was
say it?
crazy.
How do you say the
Oh,
Japanese
manga.
manga?
Manga?
Is it manga
yeah.
or manga?
No, it's manga.
There is a superhero named Chainsaw Man, and it's a manga.
Well,
I
with
just looked it
Bunnyman
up.
Bridge, everyone was finding half-eaten carcasses of rabbits hanging from trees in the
What?
forest. And so they thought it was some like inmate or something that like escaped from the prison near there.
Some
And
inmate.
so the police, then the police found like the remains of someone.
I'm trying to think if I knew stuff like this, because you guys have all these stories. Like, did I know this stuff?
Did
and I
you
just
not
blanked
hang
it out of my
around in the
memory?
neighborhood, Luke?
Yeah, seriously.
Did you have a social life when you were a kid, Luke, with your neighborhood pals?
Gosh, Bunny Man, Chicken Man, all the people running around with chainsaws chasing
Chainsaws.
children.
Crazy stuff.
That was the worst part
Those
of
are
the
the
haunted
only two I
house.
have. Those are the only two I have.
Really?
Do you guys know anything
Chainsaw
about
Man, Chicken Man.
creepypastas? Because isn't that how Slender Man started?
That would be my guess, because I think that's where a lot of urban legends start. Is just
Do you
people
guys know
writing
what-
stuff.
Shane, do you know what a creepypasta is?
I am familiar with the name. I'm not too sure what it is, though.
It's basically a new way of urban legends or horror legends to get passed around, because obviously in the past there's like word of mouth or whatever. Creepypastas are like the internet version of it. So this says creepypastas are horror related legends or images that have been copied and pasted around the internet. So these internet entries are often brief, user-generated paranormal stories intended to scare the readers. So I think that is what Slender Man was at first. I'm trying to look. Slender Man, yep, here he is. He's a creepypasta. So it's like those images of him
Yeah.
on like the playground
Right.
and
Classic.
like in the woods. Like those are all surrounding like the Slender Man creepypasta.
Creepypasta,
So-
man. Did you ever read? This is kind of unrelated.
There's Chicken Man, and then there's Bunny Man, and then there's Pasta Man.
But did you ever read the Squidward suicide urban legend story?
What? No.
So just real quick, it's just a story about supposedly an editor in the editing room of SpongeBob, and a episode randomly started playing, and it's of Squidward committing suicide. It was neither confirmed nor denied by Nickelodeon. So
Wait.
Take
This was
that
on
as you will.
TV?
no. This was a creepypasta. Someone saying like, I am an editor in the SpongeBob room, and this is what happened. And like, I'm telling our story.
What?
I'm telling my story. from what happened.
Okay. So there's a story online posted by an alleged editor
Yes.
of SpongeBob, and he said there's an episode where Squidward commits suicide.
Yeah, something
I
like that.
believe it.
What?
And he's like, we had to get rid of the print, and no one knows who made it, but there's an episode out there
Is
somewhere.
it? Can we see it?
No, they had to get rid of it. Like, people made like homage to it, or like their own little Squidward suicide thing. But yeah, apparently it's.
I mean, I believe it. Squidward's a sad man.
Squidward's a very sad man.
It is kind of sad, right? But that's when I think creepypasta, Squidward suicide is what pops up to my mind.
I'll have to read it. I'm like interested in it.
It's creepy.
With like Halloween coming up, it's like we got to get creeped out. Oh,
Yeah.
have you guys ever done one of those? I know you guys have been to Busch Gardens for like Hallow Scream. But have you guys ever done one of those haunted houses?
I did the haunted house in Atlanta made by the Walking Dead makeup artist.
Whoa,
Yeah, best haunted house I've ever been to. Oh yeah, it was
that's awesome.
$20, and we had to wait in line for an hour, but it was amazing. It was like a 30-minute to 45-minute long haunted house.
I was talking to someone about trying to do one. I just don't know if it's worth it. Is it scary? Is it really that scary?
Well, it
Is
depends
it
on where you
scary?
go.
Like
It depends on
it's
what
one of those
it's fun to
things
what you
where
do.
it's not really scary, but like if you let yourself get scared, it's more fun.
Yeah. That's what I think for a lot of things. A lot of times when people they go through things and they're not scared, I'm like, what's the point of doing it then if you're not going to allow yourself to be scared?
Yeah, I hate it when people.
There's nothing cool about walking through a haunted thing and like not being scared. You're not cool.
Yeah, when someone jumps out and tries to startle someone, and the guy just goes, "Oh man, you didn't scare me. I saw you there." And you're like,
Yeah, it's like,
just
okay.
lighten up. You're not gonna
Like,
lose your man cards.
Seriously.
You know,
Like, have
because you
some
didn't
fun.
get startled.
I mean, I don't get startled.
I love
'cause
doing
I'm a
stuff like
man.
that. I let myself get scared and I will freak out and I will
And it's more fun.
run. It's more fun.
yourself.
Yeah.
It's way more fun. Yeah.
You just get carried away, you know.
Yeah, exactly. I love Halloween. I know that's coming
Except-
up, but
except-
I love haunted houses.
The one thing I went to, and I went to Vegas, I went to a haunted museum, the very famous one. I have the ticket actually right here. It's called Zach Baggins, the
What?
Haunted Museum. He has like a show too on TV,
Zach
Bagans. He's like very
Baggins, here it
famous.
Yeah, he's the guy I was talking about, the Ghost Adventure guy.
Yeah. So I went to his museum, and it was like a whole hour and a half tour. I will say, I was actually kind of scared a few of the times because some of the rooms and some of the things that they were talking about was pretty good. If anyone ever goes to Vegas, you have to. If you like horror stuff, you have to go to that museum because
So it's a good museum?
it's amazing. Yeah,
You
no,
liked
it was good. Oh yeah, I thought it was really good.
I was making fun of him earlier.
Oh, I didn't know that's who you were talking about. I mean, I don't know nothing
my
about
bad.
him.
Yeah,
but the
my
museum was
brain-
good. He wasn't
when
there. so,
you said his name earlier, Nick, my brain just went, name I don't need, and it just got rid of it. Like I didn't even hear the name. And so when he said the name here, I was like, oh, who is that? I've never heard that name in my life.
Just an off comment, yeah. Zach Baggins, man, the real Ghost Adventurer.
Well, he's collected a
So
lot
weird.
of things.
Why does he
I
have
will
so many
say.
ghost stories?
Because that's just what he does. That's
What he does, dude.
His
And
gig.
he's passionate about it. He loves
Yeah,
it.
no, tell him. I saw his museum and all his
Yeah.
videos. And the funny thing is too, they do a really good job at the whole, because it's a whole experience from the minute you get in line. I feel like it all sets in because the one is popular since the line's kind of long, so you're just thinking about, man, what's going to be inside, and then they have the music playing outside and they're showing videos of other people who have gone through the museum and like what they've seen or happened to them, and you have to sign a waiver that says we're not responsible if you're possessed by demons or if you die or all these other really creepy things. I'm like, yo, this is kind of getting crazy. And I was thinking about it so much, and they're spraying this mist on top of you. I said, what if that's like hallucination gas? So you believe everything that's about to happen to you because you're standing out there
That's
for
scary.
a long time and it just keeps spraying, and someone's like, it's just mist. I said, I know it's just mist, man,
like,
but I'm playing into the horror of it all, and I actually
They're
can
like-
believe it's true.
They're like,
Hallucinations.
it's just mist. And you're like, or it's Scarecrow
Exactly.
from Batman.
Exactly.
There are some haunted houses out there, extreme haunted houses, where you could sign a waiver and they can touch you and
Yeah.
and
Don't touch me. That I can't be touching.
No.
Yeah.
The one time
You
somebody
touch-
touched
no,
me at
no
Hunt
touching.
Club, I kicked them in the face and ran away.
Some of them you get a safe word. It's like, this is too scary. You got to get me out, kind of thing. Yeah.
Touching,
might
I just
be
don't
kinda-
trust them.
Yeah, don't touch me.
Start
The
groping
first
you or
haunted
something.
house,
You never know.
the first haunted house I ever did when I was like a kid, there was like this strobe light section. You had to go up these stairs, and I was very scared, like I probably would still be today. And I was like going up the stairs, and I'm pretty sure I had tripped, and I thought my life was over. So I'm like I have like a breakdown. I'm crying my eyes out, like they're gonna take me. It's all over from here. I was like, it's that moment in the horror movie when you fall and you know it's game over.
Yeah, you're the guy who trips.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel it on a spiritual level.
And then I'm pretty sure I cried so much that they had to like take me out. They had to like stop.
There was one guy in
Okay,
Busch
okay.
Gardens. They had the chainsaws, and they would chase you around the park. I hated
Oh,
those
no.
I
guys.
love that was my favorite one.
The ones that
That's my
have the
favorite one.
rollerblades that slide on the ground. Remember those guys?
Chainsaw.
They like slide on their knees.
I forgot about
No.
that.
Those people
That
are
sounds
scary.
creepy, though.
They come out of nowhere.
They had some good actors at that park, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Busch Gardens was great.
Yeah, but my favorite one was definitely that one in Atlanta. They had a guy on a trapeze, like he would fly in on a string, and then you're like, oh, he's gone, and then he'd come back around and fly around you. It would freak you out.
Oh yeah, actually there was a guy in Hallow Scream at Busch Gardens that had a bungee cord, and they jump out and then get bungee corded back into the like they jump.
I like that.
Remember? Yeah, he would jump out of nowhere and be like, ah, and then all of a sudden the bungee cord would just pull him back into like the closet they came out of. So it was really trippy.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I remember that now. There are so many years there. Jeesh. I miss Hallow
know.
Scream. We don't have that out here.
So we have obviously we do have a Busch Gardens down in Florida, but they have Disney World, and I've never been to Disney World, and people are talking about going to Disney World.
You should probably go, Luke.
But the thing is, they're like, well, we need to go for 3 days and see 3 parks. And I was trying to think about like, I've never gone to Busch Gardens for 1 day, and then at the end of the day gone, oh, I wish I could come back here tomorrow. And so I'm trying to figure out if you guys have been to Disney World, is that something I have to do? I really have to go that many days? I can't just go for really is that many parks? I have to go that long?
There's like
3 days?
There's like multiple parks that you have to visit. That's the thing. So that's why it's like
I feel like I get tired. It's a lot of parks.
You're at Disney World, man. The children are your energy.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know. We're talking about going to Disney World, but
I think you'd enjoy it.
Do it.
I don't know what Disney World does for Hollywood
You're
or
there.
Halloween, but
Probably
Christmas
nothing.
is great. Yeah, I don't know.
Just kidding. Probably Nightmare Before
Yeah.
Christmas.
yeah.
That's what.
So Halloween's coming up. Shane has a costume. I have
do.
a costume. Do you have a costume,
Do you have
Nick?
a costume, Nick?
So I usually always go as Jack Sparrow because it's the one costume I bought, and I'm thinking about maybe changing it up.
But nobody knows who Jack Sparrow
You
is
should.
anymore.
It's the last
he's
Halloween
old
of the
news.
decade. You should
news?
change it up.
Yeah. He's gone.
I guess that's a good
You
point.
gotta dress up as the It Clown.
I don't have many
You could do it.
choices as a bald man.
You have a bald head. Dress up as the It
You
Clown.
can get a wig.
I guess that's true.
I don't have many choices as a bald man.
But I don't like using wigs because they itch
Well, then
so
don't
much.
use a wig. That's why you wear a wig cap.
Nick, be the clown from It.
It's so
He's
scary.
bald.
Or
Though.
be Joker.
Easy.
Doesn't he have hair?
Be Batman. Just wear a helmet.
Be
I don't know.
Mario or Luigi.
I like that.
You wear
Yeah?
a hat. See,
Mario, Luigi. Yeah, I could probably do a
with
mean
some
Waluigi.
overalls.
Between
Get a hammer, yeah.
Mario and
Get a
Luigi,
hammer, get a
Nick,
mustache.
you are definitely a Luigi.
Oh, F off. I knew you were going to say that, Luke.
Luigi is the best. So
You've
don't-
seen Luigi give that
But
dirty
he's
look
not
in
the
the Mario
leader.
Kart?
Yeah, he's
Who
not the
cares?
leader.
But he's the best.
Mario is.
Who cares? But Mario's not as cool as Luigi.
Luigi is so much like meaner
Better.
than Mario.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, like that Mario
I don't
Kart
know why.
meme. Yeah.
He's like that. Got that bitterness of being second place all the
he's
time.
bitter because he's not the main character.
Makes sense.
So like when
don't wanna be
Mario
bitter.
is when Mario's driving a Mario Kart and he hits someone with a shell, he glares at him and drives by. But when Luigi does it, death stare. Like Luigi's got bitterness built up behind dams of just tons of frustration of always being the second character. So I think you're Luigi.
I never played Luigi's Mansion, and that's probably why he's angry. So
Yeah, because that was his only game.
I think that was it, right?
Did they make 2 of them?
I have no idea. Maybe.
I can't remember if there was 2 of them.
I know people liked it, so who knows?
Well, just be a zombie.
Zombies are
Just be
easy
a-
too.
Yeah,
I
a
can
bald
just-
zombie,
I can
ripped
just
up
not
clothes.
shave, and not shower for a few days, and they'll just think I'm a zombie.
That's true. The smell, or they'll just think you're like a homeless person.
There is that. Yeah.
It's like homeless. It's either zombie or homeless person with blood on them.
Homeless, I would just have to go to a thrift store and just like get a lot of clothing.
Yeah, get like dollar store clothes and then just get them dirty and rip them up.
That reminds
Done.
me, I have to get a new jacket for the winter. So maybe I will be homeless for Halloween.
All right, let's wrap up this episode. So, plugs. Shane, let's start with you.
Yep, you can follow me on my Instagram, Mr. McCatty, MrMCCATTY. And yeah, everything I'm doing will be on there.
Cool. Okay. Nick.
What up? I love drumming. No G. That's I love drumming. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest.
LOL.
I actually do have a Pinterest now. I'm trying to get tattoo ideas, so
Oh.
I'm like really into it now. Posting boards and stuff. I've never done boards before, so
I do boards for photography and stuff on Pinterest.
makes sense. But yeah, that's it for
I
me.
do like it.
Cool. Okay, you can follow me on Instagram at LUKEROCKSWOLD, Luke Roxwold. I'm posting pictures and stories and all that stuff on there, as well as everything that I've been up to in general. I have the itch to start another project,
Ooh.
and I don't know what it
Same.
is yet. You know, it's like whether it's a movie or another podcast
Luke, do
or
a movie.
YouTube video or something, but I got that. Okay, I've moved to Florida. Now I want to make something else.
A movie in Miami.
So
Ooh.
Yeah. My friend wants to make a movie called, well, I shouldn't tell you. Never mind. It's just like, it's a funny
Don't
video.
say it. Don't say it.
I don't want
here.
to tell you the title because someone will take the title
They
and
will.
steal it.
Mhm.
I want to know
But
the
yeah,
title.
whatever I'm working on, I will be advertising it on Instagram. So if you want to know what I'm up to, that's where to go. I don't post on Facebook. As a matter of fact, I got on Facebook today just to see what was on. I had like a whole ton of notifications of things actually, funny story. I posted on Facebook like, hey, did anyone see the Joker movie and want to talk about it? And a bunch of people responded and I completely forgot. And I finally checked it immediately after we finished recording the episode. And I was just like, oh, sorry, I forgot we recorded the episode too. Like, goodbye. So anyway, thanks for listening to the episode, everyone. Guys, thanks for being on the episode. Let's wrap this one up. Have a good, spooky Halloween.
Wait, that's next
And-
week, Luke.
Spooky, 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 spooky.
What's next week?
Halloween's next week.
Yeah.
Say it
So-
next week, not this week. Wait until we record
They can
next week.
still have a
Oh,
good
what?
Halloween, Nick.
But no, Halloween is already here. This is Halloween month. So you're celebrating,
Halloween.
celebrate,
Have a great
celebrate
Halloween.
Halloween right
Be
now, guys. Wrap up
spooky.
this episode and outro.
Outro.